Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. How are you doing? I hope you had a nice Sunday. Um, yeah, well, we're coming to the end of the year, aren't we? So, yeah, this channel is now 2.5 months old, and already I've got, I think, 145 subscribers. So that's really great. Thanks to all of you, everyone, every last one of you, for subscribing. Want to build the channel up some more, but I really do appreciate all the time you give this channel, because I know there's like millions of channels out there and God knows how many boxing channels. So the fact that you spend time watching my videos does mean a lot. If you're new and you could subscribe, that would be fantastic, or share the video, or like the video, or hate the video, or whatever. But I thought I'd do something a little different today. Because since the channel started, I've been sort of chatting to different boxing fans about different things, and a lot of them were sort of asking questions, like just to get my opinion on various things. So I thought I'd sort of answer some of these questions in one video. Yeah, because more than one person has asked me a lot of these questions anyway. So I thought I'd just, kill all the birds with one stone, so to speak. So without further ado, I've made a little list of some of them anyway. So let's have a look. What have we got here? What made you start a YouTube channel? Okay, well, for a long time I didn't bother. I just watched other people's, and I thought I could do that. I could make a YouTube channel. And I thought, there's just loads of them around. There's loads and loads of YouTube channels. Does the world need another boxing YouTube channel? And not really. But I kept seeing channels that were just terrible, that were just, obviously I haven't watched them all, there's too many of them, but I just kept thinking, this guy's got a boxing channel, he didn't know what the hell he's talking about. And it just made me think, all right, I'll start my own channel, because there was just so much rubbish around. And there are really only like maybe 3 or 4 channels I watch sort of religiously. But I thought, well, if people like that can get, thousands of subscribers and they haven't got a bloody clue what they're talking about, surely I can have a go. So yeah, that's the reason I started it. What else we got here? Do you think Fury will fight Dillon White? No, I don't. I have serious doubts whether that fight will ever happen. I don't think it will happen. I made a video a couple of months ago about this subject, and about how White has waited for so long for his title shot, which is kind of ridiculous. He did bypass the chance to fight Joshua for a mere 5 million, which was a mistake in my opinion. If they did offer him 5 million and enough time to get ready, he was an idiot for not taking that rematch. I don't think Fury doesn't like to be dictated to. It goes against his natural character. And it's all right for the WBC saying, yeah, you can, you've got to fight him. No, I imagine he'd ditch the belt and probably go looking for Usyk or Joshua or someone different without a belt. Belts don't seem to mean that much to Fury. He's only defended the WBC title once. He didn't defend the others at all because of his personal issues or whatever it was. So no, I don't think that will happen. I think one option, I used to think one option, I'm less certain about this now, but I thought one option might be that the WBC might make him a franchise champ, because the WBC are idiots, basically. Yeah, but no, I don't see that fight happening. Belt might become vacant, and then White fights for the vacant belt, perhaps. I don't know. Similar question. Well, connected to that question, which belt means the most? None of them. I don't think any of them mean anything really. When I was a kid, up to about my early 20s, I suppose, this was before the formation of the WBO, and the IBF had only just come into being. Early 80s, the IBF started. But I knew all the champions at every weight. And I prided myself on, this was pre-internet, so I would read all these books, buy all the magazines, devour every piece of boxing knowledge I could. And I sort of had a bit of a local reputation as a boxing historian. Then the IBF became more prominent. The WBO came along, and I just thought this has got ridiculous. So I just stopped caring. And now, if you ask me who has what belt, I don't know. I still read the magazines. I still read boxing books. I still watch loads of YouTube videos and everything, but I don't care about the belts anymore. So none of them have any sort of gravitas with me or any sort of worth. People talk about the green belt, the WBC belt being the most important. Not everything the WBC does is bad. They help fighters who have hit hard luck and are down on their luck, and they've done some pension things for fighters, and they've done some home care stuff for fighters. But when it comes to the current champions and how they navigate their way through various promotional, I'm tempted to use the phrase backhanders, but certain people get favoured, certain people don't. Dillon White's a great example. I mean, look at the way he was treated. No, I don't care about belts. I just don't care about them. What else we got here? Fighter of the Year for 2021. I would personally go with George Kambosos. You can make a lot of cases for different people, but I thought Kambosos' win over Lopez was an astounding victory. Real Rocky stuff, brilliant stuff, and I would go with him. He's the only fight of the year, wasn't it, that he had? But what an achievement to travel all the way to America, to be a rank underdog. The build-up was great. He always appeared extremely confident, extremely motivated, fired up, determined, rational. He wasn't delusional to any degree, controlled his emotions, and in the ring proved it. Came through adversity, got floored obviously, got cut very badly, came through and won a decision in the other guy's home country. Yeah, Kambosos is the fighter of the year for me personally. Khan versus Brook, who do you think will win? I don't know. I just don't know. It's not really a fight I care about. I'll watch it. Obviously, I'll stream it. I don't buy pay-per-views anyway. I always stream things. Who do I think will win? Who's got most left, I suppose. I think it might be quite a good fight. I think the one who will win will probably be the guy who's diminished the most. The guy who's diminished the least. But which one is that? Put a gun to my head. I think Brook might get him, but I don't really know. I can't be asked to analyse it. Just wake me up when we get there. I'll watch it. But who will win? I honestly don't know. Fights you'd like to see in 2022? God, there are so many. I'm the type of person who would say, wake me up when we get there. You know, I don't care about all this build-up. It's like when they were talking about Fury and Joshua. I got so sick of it. And Khan Brook, for years and years, they went on and on and on about it. I gave up caring. So the fights, if I had a little boxing magic wand, I would say probably the one I'd like to see the most is Crawford versus Spence. Because Spence is this sort of welterweight flagship for PBC, and Crawford is, in my opinion, is the best welterweight in the world. I think he would probably beat Spence. But apart from that fight, it'd be nice to have an undisputed heavyweight champ, I suppose. I would like to see a rematch between Inoue and Donaire. I think that would be a good fight. Kambosos and Lomachenko intrigues me. I don't care about Canelo's cruiserweight diversion. If he was to fight Beterbiev, I think that would be more interesting to me. But there are lots of fights that I would like, but I don't hold my breath over any of them. There's too much politics and too many politics and too much nonsense gets spoken. I don't know. What do you think? You know, suggest some fights and I'll see if I agree with them. What else we got here? Favourite boxing films? Raging Bull is hard to beat. It's probably the best one. There is an older film, actually. I can't remember the year of it. Early 50s? Called Requiem for a Heavyweight with Anthony Quinn. Mountain Rivera he plays, I think, is the character. And it's a boxer who's down on his luck and turns to wrestling. basically makes a fool of himself. And I think it's a social worker tries to help him, and she kind of falls for him. And it's a good film, good old film. Anthony Quinn, Mountain Ravenna. Requiem for a Heavyweight. Mark that one down. First Rocky film I thought was great. The third one's a lot of fun. Somebody Up There Likes Me ain't bad. Paul Newman as Graziano. That's okay. Nothing special, but okay. I don't know. It's a good question. What ones have I forgotten? What boxing? There was one with Charles Bronson, the actor Charles Bronson, not the lunatic in prison. What the fuck was that called? And he played a sort of Jack Dempsey character from the 70s. This movie was. I can't remember the damn name of it. Oh, it's going to bug me now. But anyway, I'll let you know if I remember the name of it. No, I don't. No, I can't remember it. What else we got here? Best British fighter ever. Well, that's a good question. I would go with Jimmy Wilde, great flyweight champion of the last century, the teens. 99 knockouts, over 100 wins, only 3 defeats, 2 by stoppage. Tansy Lee stopped him. That's the only footage there's some footage of him being stopped by Tansy Lee. But yeah, I'll go with, I think if you look at the records, there isn't a great deal of footage of Jimmy Wilde, but the fact that he was basically a minimum weight or a straw weight or whatever word you want to give it, whatever name, whichever ruling body you want to go with, and yet beat up guys who were boiling themselves down to flyweight. Brilliant fighter. We also had hundreds of boxing booth fights. He was a great fighter. When people say Joe Calzaghe's the best British fighter ever, I always say he's not even the best British fighter from Wales. Jimmy Wilde was. And that's no slur against Calzaghe. He was a very good fighter. But other ones I'd put in the mix would be Ken Buchanan. Benny Lynch was good, although he had his issues, didn't he? Lennox Lewis at heavyweight, I would say, was best British heavyweight. Kid Berg was good. World champ at, was it light welter? Who else we got? I'm probably forgetting some. But yeah, favourite British fighters. I didn't grow up, but I followed Nigel Benn's career from start to finish. I thought he was amazing. I really like Nigel Benn a lot. Kill or be killed, I like that. Yeah, so again, there's probably ones I'm forgetting, but we'll see. What else we got? Got anything else down here? Fights of the year. Blimey. Wilder Fury 3 was very good. That's the one that pops into my head anyway. Yeah, Kambosos Lopez again. Love that fight. Tell you what I've missed is going to the small hall shows. Actually going there, you know. Fight Zone show a lot of them on their channel. But I love the atmosphere of the fight show, of the small hall shows. You see a lot of good fights between lower level guys. Yeah. And it looks like we're going to have another one of these ludicrous lockdown things, which don't even get me started on that crap. But so I don't suppose 2022 is going to be much better. Anyway, that's a few questions. If you've got any other questions, by all means ask me. I'm happy to answer them. And if you want to comment on anything that I've said or got any suggestions you want to add, please do so. And yeah, nice one. Thanks for listening. Again, if you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. And I will speak to you again sometime. So you take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.